Hi, it's Tammy Louise, handmade by TLC. This is part 2 of the wedding card that I intend to make for Treasured Times. The first thing that I wanted to show you was some of the preparation work that I put into the card. I have the Spellbinders Decorative Labels 8 that was used. I think those are just beautiful and really very floral. The paper that I was using, let me see if I can't focus out here a little bit. Perfect. The paper that I was using is an organic paper. I don't know if you can see all of the seeds, beautiful petals, everything that's in there, and there are seeds that they can plant after they get the invitation, which was really important to the person that I'm actually designing this for. Decorative Labels 8 was used, and it is the largest that I cut this from. And then I took a piece of Basil Cocoa cardstock and used it traced all around the outside edge on the cardstock itself and hand cut it. What it does is basically creates an 1/8 of an inch or so between, you can see here, it's giving me this much space, and you can do that for any of the Spellbinders because what they do is create it to be exactly the same as the cut line. So I've done that, but what I also wanted to show you was the second largest frame, which I think is beautiful in itself. I used and cut it from ordinary kitchen wax paper, and then which really gave it a rustic look, but a natural rustic look. And then I used this beautiful Sizzix embossing pad, and I'll get the name of that and add it to the video later, and embossed the wax paper just to give it some, that's where the texture of the card is going to come from. Not that the actual cardstock didn't have texture, but I think behind the image, because the image that I colored is so colorful, I wanted something to bring down the color of it a little bit and yet add that delicate wedding type of look to this particular project. So another item that I want to do called Stress It All, and it's made by Zutter. And what I want to do is kind of distress this edge a little bit. When I use my scissors, my sharp point scissors, and do some fussy cutting, you never get it to look like a die cut because scissors aren't quite as exact, and it also doesn't push the paper downward when you cut like that. But it didn't matter to me on this because I think a little bit of a roughed up, distressed edge is going to make this project look even closer to what I thought I wanted it to look like. So what we're going to do, we're going to hold the button here, and it turns on. You can hear that motor. You can see the little blade running. So hold that. It's going to be a little loud for the video, but it'll be real quick because I just want to distress it a little bit. So I'm going to hold it. Okay. And I want to just show you what that does to the actual paper. But it doesn't really take your cuts away, it distresses them a little bit, which I think is beautiful for this particular project. So we're going to finish the 4 corners. Okay, we're going to put the Zutter Innovations Stress It All away for now. And then we're going to adhere this beautifully cut frame. Now normally I would use the Craft Collectors Permanent Adhesive, but this is actual organic material, and if you've ever tried to glue anything down that's like this material, the tape applies to the residue and it doesn't stick as well. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of hot glue, the actual one side at a time card, and get it centered, because I like to do that while the glue stays a little bit warm so you can move it around. Okay, perfect. Rub that down a little bit. Excellent. I also like that hot glue. It's not necessarily permanent. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to just follow through with the rest. There we go. And glue that down. It actually adheres to all of the little fibers in this natural paper. And you're going to get a better seal. Oops, there you go. A little messier, but beautiful nonetheless. Okay. Also, I kind of like that it looks a little bit distressed around the edges. That's beautiful. Okay. So we have that. And then we're going to take our beautiful see-through wax paper die cut, and we're only going to apply very little glue to this because we don't want to see anything through the wax paper. We just want to see the beautiful design in the wax paper. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hot glue is a little bit more messy. Always end up with those little strings. At any rate, there we have that. Now, what I have done is applied a fussy cut, the actual image, and then I applied the pop-up dot